Why, hello everybody, it's Joycelina, and I am back here on the FrilCraft server. And why am I underneath my base? Well, I have to tell you, I was thinking of something that I saw online, and it was a cistern in another video. So I've been watching someone by the name of DuconRed1, who I will think maybe of linking to in the description. We all know. I may say that now, but this is the beginning of the episode, and who knows, by the end of the episode, plus all the editing, whether or not I will actually remember. But you might remember DuconRed1. But anyway, so he's the one that introduced me to the whole Conquest server, or excuse me, Conquest texture pack and the Conquest Reforged, which I have not personally tried the Reforged because that's like way too much information. Anyway, so he was doing a view of somebody else's base who had a cistern, and I thought to myself, how interesting would it be if we created this area to be somewhat of a cistern that then led into some type of tributary that would lead water-wise into water going down both this way and down this way into this area, which means I may obliterate this mountain here, but make this some type of tributary and pathway out to who knows where. So we'll figure that out, but what that means is so the water would be coming down from here, and probably this area right here, where it's just a natural area where the rain would fall and form into a pool of some type. And so we're going to end up doing this as our cistern, which do I have the ability to make a sign? Because if I don't make a sign, I will not remember whatsoever. Do I have oak on me? Yes, oak log. Make you an oak log. Make a sign right here. Done. Right here is going to be our cistern. I think that is a grand idea, which means that up here, when we're building our manor, it will actually have a courtyard that will span this area. So we'll have to figure out what exactly the area we're spanning. So I know it's this area here, so the cistern area that we were talking about is where is it? Where is it in relation to all of this? Or is it down here? Oh, it's down here. So this, see, that's our cistern area right down there. So I need to put up here, cistern below. There, cistern below. So whatever we build is going to come around this way, but this is going to be, instead of just a courtyard, so there'll be a courtyard area, so I'll have to have enough room that you can get around, but then this whole area is going to be created so that water naturally drains down into what will become a cistern and then go off into different tributaries in both directions, out of what will be our land bridge between here. See, we've created this bridge, but it's really this land bridge over here will increase the size of this and come over here. So my anticipation is that we will build a smaller tower of some type in this area. Then I'm also assuming, because of the size over here, it might be a larger tower in this area, and maybe like a double tower. So a tower here and a matching tower, and we'll, like I said before, we're probably going to have to build up this area to have a matching tower here. So we'll have two towers, something coming across as part of, and then this will be our main entrance. So we'll have to figure out, we're probably not going to have this. What I am assuming is that our tributary will then feed into what ends up becoming this lake below. So down here somewhere, let's go down there really quick. Dun, 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 down the stairs. This will all have to change out as well. Hello, fishing farm that I never use. And somehow this will lead out. So this area may not be here. What this may happen is that this comes down and feeds into here. Maybe we have part of the courtyard area that comes from the up here and has a small fountain that runs down the hill, runs to this little lake area that then makes its way, ooh, we could do that now, makes its way down into another lake area down there. Wouldn't that look fabulous? That'd be perfect. Look it, there it goes. It's telling you right where it's going to lead. That's where our pond's going to be. So exciting! Oh, it's starting. It's beginning. I'm so excited. Okay, so I'm going to go off. Actually, I'm probably not going to do much about the cistern. What I really need to do when I come and look at all the things, terraform below the house, the wheat farm. That really is my first priority. This is just way too mountainous. Well, it's not even mountainous, it's just hilly. It's way too hilly to do anything. So I'm gonna probably work over the next, who knows how long that's gonna take me. Good grief, I have a silk touch pickaxe, diamond shovel, but it doesn't have mending on it. I may have to go looking for a mending book. Good grief. So I'm going to do some terraforming around here. That is step one, because I was thinking, in order for me to build the manor, requires for me to move my sheepies. So if the sheep are going to move down here, I need to have a flat farm area for them to be. And I don't have that yet. I mean, I have this tight space. This is not how you, this is not free range. Huh. This isn't how you want to live. This is kind of like the whole U.S. Industrial complex of farming beef. This is not okay. We want to have free-range beef and free-range chickenses and free-range sheepies. So we need more room to do that. And that room is right out in this beautiful landscape over here that we need to just kind of terraform a little bit. So I'm going to be back, I would say, in a little bit, but I have a feeling I'm going to be back in like a decade after I do all this work. But that's exactly what needs to be done, right? So little builds take a little bit of time. Big builds take a lot of time. So it's going to be a lot of time before I'm back, but I will see you in a bit. Look at what I found. I finally took a second. And I saw this. Here's a gift for you. I have no idea. It's just signed Smiley Face. I don't know who Smiley Face is, but... Dark oak saplings! Oh my gosh, you don't even know. I mean, the return rate that I've gotten from the dark oak saplings has been pitiful. Pitiful! Oh, I'm so happy. Whoever you are, a uber big huge hugs from Joycelina right here, right now. Feeling the love. How do I close this? Here. Feeling the love. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so happy. I will plant these right away and I will start an even better dark oak farm. Thanks. So part of the terraforming isn't just about tearing down, which I have a lot of tearing down. I've decided what level I'm going to kind of level things off of. But it's also about building up. So down here, I filled in this area because I just felt like this level was too low. So if I look at F3, I'm at about level 66, 65, 66, somewhere around there. And it goes up to about level 69 or 70 up here where I think where I'm leveling off. So I have about 3 or 4 levels that I'm going to look at. And then right here is going to be my mountain area where it goes up a little bit, kind of creates a small steep area, comes up, and then it flattens out again, and then the jut up to where the mansion's going to be. So I want this to kind of be a steep hill, a lower hill, and then down to this area. So much of what's way down here is going to all be filled in. So it's not just about tearing down landscaping and making like this hill might be a little bit more gradual, but it's also filling in because this goes way below where I want it to be, other than this area over here at this part of the mountain, which then falls into kind of the river and then tributary area where we're going to create, which I talked about a little earlier. So this, obviously, I'm going to want everything to be about at this level so that anything that comes below and starts to, the water that starts to fall off, it would be natural. So any water is going to run off into and create a lake at just below this area. So I need to make sure that whatever this is down low enough. And so that's why I kind of am filling in some areas around here. So I have a feeling, if I were to just guess, I'm going to be mining through here at about this level. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. I'll see if I can post-production reduce the sound of this. But this level is going to be where my river is. And who knows how far it's going to go. It's going to go quite a ways. Oh my gosh, this is so loud! So you can see where it measures up right around here. Takes a turn, and off it goes. And oh, I'm almost through. I'm almost through to this area. And then in through here. There we go. This is going to be our river area that we're going to have to create. I know it will be much wider than this, but as you can see, there we go. Anyway, that's, wow. I've made some decisions, folks. I made some decisions right here, right now, that this is where our river is going to be. So I need to build up, and from here, and then level off things so that it's much more, makes sense that all the water is going to flow in this one direction. So, you know, that's really kind of one of the thoughts, is when you're building, to try to have an idea of what is realistic and what are the different factors that go into landscape, geology, building. What would you possibly build in an area? So you can see my little bridge over there. Maybe I'll make a bridge, but the land bridge versus the tower and this and that and the other. Kind of taking the landscape in and then deciding, what would this be like if I really created something? What are some of the factors of life that I would have to take into consideration? If I'm building a manor, how do I get water? Well, I might get it through a cistern, and we had a great area for a cistern. Where would that cistern and all that water lead to? Well, it would lead to the lowest part in the area that might want to go into the ocean eventually, which would then create a river, and all of the runoff would go in one direction. So that's a little bit of my thinking, and oh my gosh, I'm looking at all this space, and I'm looking at how much of my Silk Touch shovel I've already used. Man, this is gonna take me forever. So, okay, I'll get back to it, and I'll be back in a bit. So I've been trying to figure out how to clear out this hill that leads into this field area. And I've done a little bit, and I just wanted to kind of show you what it is that I'm doing. So this part is still going to be hill because it extends for quite some ways. And I didn't want to have to do terraforming all throughout this area that really isn't going to be within my field of view. So I thought this hill is okay, and I'll go ahead and keep it, but how do I want it to integrate into what it is that I am doing? Come here, give me these blocks. So really what I'm doing is I've come and I think it is this level, excuse me, it is this level that is the level playing field I'm trying to work towards. Hello, horsey. I had to say hello. I mean, you can't be rude. So what I do is I've been starting from basically kind of the center of the hill area and trying to work its way. It's got a little dip, but kind of work its way down. And I'm doing that utilizing the actual blocks that are underneath. So once I hit a block, I go ahead and put dirt back over it. And I think, okay, that's the level I'm not going to go to. So I move up a level. And I continue until I hit dirt again, stone again. And I come up a block, and then I mine this part out. Oh, look, I've hit dirt again. We're going to go up one. So that's what I've been using. I've been using the actual rock formation as my guide as to what I can tear down. And it's kind of has this little dip in it, which I may go through and change. I don't know, and maybe I'll just make it come gradually down. But I really wanted to kind of just follow what the rock formation did, because it, you know, the generation within the world is what is interesting. For the most part, you can look at terrain within Minecraft and go, they make really interesting terrain. So I'm trying to utilize what's already there to formulate what my mountains are going to look like while still doing a certain amount of terraforming. So I just thought I'd bring you in and kind of show you what process I'm going through and why it is so tedious to get through all of this. So I will be back now in yet another bit. Okay, everything I told you just now was a lie. See, I've got blocks in here and I don't want them there. I want to be able to come from this point and gradually go down. So forget what I told you. Just do what I'm going to do, which is define this is my down point. So from here on out, this whole line, I'm going to take it in by 1. So where this comes here, we'll go ahead and just take down 1. This will change into the grass blocks, which I have a ton of. And then we'll just do it from there. So everything's going to come, basically this is going to be my 1 point. Actually, I don't like that point. It's too pointy. Do you know what I mean? It's too pointy. There, that's okay. And so everything from here on down is going to be 1 block in. And so we're just going to take all of this down. And then as we come up, we're going to take all of this down. And then the trees, or the tree leaves. Ooh, if I use Silk Touch, guess what I get? Huh. There we go. Anyway, so basically what I told you is all a lie. I'm going to have to go through and systematically define how I want this to slope down gradually into this area. So sometimes you think, oh, I have a great idea and it will make it really, really easy. And then you realize, no. I have a saying in my family. It can never be easy. We have 3 sayings in our family. One is, you get what you pay for. Number 2 is, it can never be easy. And the third one is, I can't remember. But there's this third one. And when I remember what it is, I'll tell you. But anyway, it can never be easy. Oh, I remember the third one. Lazy people work harder. Which is exactly, I was trying to be lazy, and now I'm going to have to work harder. And oh, the sun's going down. Well, holy cow. Now I got to go running back to my base. Okay, see you in a bit. Well, I have been doing the work, let me tell you. I haven't even gone over to this area yet, but I have cleared out and kind of flattened out this area here and all the way over here. And then what I've done is I've started a marking of what I want to be kind of a river stream area that's going to again go down through here. And then there were 2 hill areas. I knocked this one down, but it's going to come by this hill area and over. And on the other side of this hill is an area that can will be like a little area, leads into some water, which I'm not sure if you can see it from all the way over here. Yeah, down on the other side of here, there's like a pond area, and that leads into the swamp. So it has been the work, let me tell you. I have like 5 or 6 shulker boxes of grass and dirt blocks. So definitely did some flattening out. I cleared out some of the grass as well, just so I could see how things are shaping. So this is this hill area, and you can see, so the water is going to come down through here, small little pinch point right there, and then come on through. So I have been spending my time tearing down, and some of the things I need to do is build up. So I need to build up through this area, and I need to build up in through here, where the river is going to be here. But this, I want it to be more of a gradual slope, and kind of filling all of this in, especially this area here. Will get probably filled in and kind of slope down. So now that I've torn stuff down, I need to start building stuff back up, which will be a lot of fun. I didn't look over here. So like I said, I kind of worked my way from how far across did I want the valley to be before going to that hill, and then kind of how flat did I want it to be. What I haven't done is any of the work on this side, which will require some of the building up, but also at what point through here and what level, how far down it will go. I did do this, so this is going to be more of that tributary. Will come through this way, and it will come over this way, flow on through, and it will meet up with that other area. I think, or have I? Oh, I haven't decided where it's going to meet up. So it will meet up somewhere with that other river area. Ooh, all those trees. So I still need to make that happen. So yeah, from somewhere around here, it will go this way and then meet up with that. Yeah, so even after, it's probably been about 7 or 8 hours just to get done what I've done so far. So I will be back. Hopefully I'll be working on this area over here and kind of refining all of this. So, okay. More work to do. Oh, I took my elytra off because I didn't want to break it. I don't have a mending book yet. So maybe I should put a chest plate on. It gets really lots of mobs around here. So I've been doing an awful lot of sleeping, to say the least. Where's the sun at? I mean, that's my biggest thing. It's like, how much sun and daylight is left? And then I run all the way back up to my bed. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I'm loving how it's looking so far. I think it's going to look great when we're done. So I'll be back in a bit. Well, welcome back. It has been 8 hours. It's been about 8, maybe 8.5 hours since that last cut. And I have been terraforming like nobody's business. I'm not even sure if you can see all of it. Well, probably a little bit of it. Here, let me turn around. So, whoops, I went too far. Oof. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So, I didn't get too much done over here because I got caught up in trying to really define the river area and what that's going to look like. And so then I got kind of wanted to get it all the way to the ocean, which is way back there. And so I got caught up in terraforming that area there, which is really extensive. So I didn't get as far here as I wanted to because I was working over there. And in fact, all of those here, let's take a walk. I'll walk and talk. So all of the shulker shells full of dirt that I had are now gone. I've had to do some other digging just to have enough to fill in what it is I want to do. So I am looking at how deep the river goes. And so this was the area that I decided this is how flat I was going to make it. Now this river area probably still needs to be dug out because it's only down 1. So I need to dig all of this out, at least 2 or 3 more levels. Yeah. So, and then it creeps this way, and then comes all the way over here. And so this is the final level, but this riverbed is going to have to get deeper. And so it goes down, down, and this is the actual final level right here. And this is the one that will go out. I'll have to probably fill this in, or maybe I'll utilize this as it goes into this little area here, which is where I think I tried to do some fishing. Eventually then we'll go all the way through to the rest of the swamp, but that's where that's going to be. And so I'm going to need to build up some of this and maybe tear down some of this over here. That's what I'm thinking about doing. So yeah, the terraforming is not done, not even remotely. So we did the river from this direction, but I still wanted to connect over to the ocean that is that way. So, and connect with where it comes down from the cistern area, over underneath where the mansion's going to be, or yeah, mansion, I guess is what you would call it. So this is the river. It meets up not too far from here, and it comes all the way, and I've got it curving and meandering all the way this way through and to the ocean. And ta-da! So that's where we are headed. I've had to tear down some of this, had to tear down some of that, but the hardest part was that this was all kind of caving in, and then it came back up. So I have filled all of this area in here. I'll show you an example. I was able to fill this in, but I was running out of dirt. So I finally said this level was just going to come down 1 and then up. So I had to tear down all the trees. I've got lots of wood, that's for sure. Tear down all the trees, plant in the dirt, and I'll come through here and do more trees. So now you can see all the way to my base. But as I was doing this, now that all the trees are gone, I'm like, huh. What's that? That looks like somebody speaking. Uh-oh, am I too close to somebody else's base? So I'm definitely not going to do any terraforming past this point. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to put in some trees because I noticed over here, if you come over this way, I see these big trees, and right through there I can see someone building a pyramid, and that is definitely their beacon. So I don't know whose base that is, and I hope that you aren't able to see mine, that we're not interfering with each other. I'm not doing a whole lot of like redstone stuff and things where I need to worry about valid doors. I'm not going to do any building through here. I'm going to replant. I must have a ton of saplings. I'm going to replant all the saplings through here. So yeah, you can just see a peek of my house over here. Oh, and I finally covered up a few holes. So you might hear some zombies and other mobs underneath there. But yeah, pretty much this river is going to denote as far as I'm going to build anything, if that. I may just let the river be the natural barrier. I might do a bridge or two, but for the most part, along this area is where I want to consider my base, and then over by the swamp. So, wow, it has been a very, very long day. Look, I'm already down to food. I had to do some fishing. I ran out of some more food. Yeah, it is. I'm a little exhausted. And it's like 3:30 in the morning. So I'm going to go to bed now. But I did want to show you all that we accomplished. And boy, it's been a lot. You can see right through there, right by my head, all the way to the ocean. So really, really happy. Again, I've never taken on a job this big. I haven't even done this side of the mountain or the other side of the mountain. So terraforming's not done, but for now, I'm going to sign off and say, see you next time.